Good afternoon, everyone. Michael Kashiri here from MC Square Marketing. Hope you're well. And on this Friday the 9th of March today, end of another great week. So feeling good, actually. Looking forward to the weekend as well. Quite a busy week, and I'll recap to you. Welcome to our people that are watching us on the recorded version of this. Thank you very much for coming along afterwards to hear what we've got to say here at MC Square. So welcome to the recording to you. And so, yeah, what are we going to talk about? Let's get straight into it, because I'm not going to be talking for as long as maybe in the past. Okay, so, and we're going to probably be talking about 20 minutes, 30 minutes probably max today. So I want to really get down to the topics that I wanted to talk about, and which are, of course, Social Media Marketing World Summit, where I went to do last week, got back on Monday from San Diego. So I really want to give you some of the nuggets or the highlights that I picked out on. So we're going to flick through some of the different sessions that I attended, and we're going to go through that. Then I'm going to tell you about something new that we're going to be setting up here at MC Square as well, which again is things that I've learnt from having attended the show last week. I've already actually put things into practice just in terms of the setting up of today's live session. So and then we'll come on to a few more of those, and a few thank yous as always, and recognizing people that I've connected with this week and last week especially. Yeah, so let's crack on with it. Social Media Marketing World, biggest social media conference in the world, that takes place in San Diego every year. Look up and you want to find out more about it. The hashtag is hashtag SMMW18. You'll see loads of posts, loads of tweets, loads of videos about it. Some amazing speakers. Okay, so I worked it out this morning. Over 200 speakers. So this is the manual of the guy for the whole event. And let's try and see if I can flick that through to you. Let's have a look. So just trying to get through to so you've got all these speakers, all presenting and show. Over 200 speakers, okay, and a huge area for presentations and the networking, and then there'll be suppliers there as well, promoting their various products and services, which is great. But really, it's the presenters that you're going to see and hear about, because they're giving us the latest news, information, stats, etc. that is happening in social media, changes that are happening, and more importantly, the changes that are going to be happening, and that you in any business needs to be aware of as well. So I'm going to go through some of those things with you from my notes, and whittled down to, I think I worked it out, 25 pages of A4 notes that I took over the 3-day period of conference. So loads of I'm just going to try and touch the surface and give you some of the key ones that hopefully will be relevant for you. And if you're joining us, if you could please let us know that you are here, so that we can see your comments. And again, let's have a look. Don't seem to be getting any comments on here, people notifications. So if you can let me know that you are on here, that'd be fantastic. Let's just type in something here. Who's here? Who's here today? Let's have a look. Okay. So yes, please do let us know that you can hear me by just typing yes, that you can hear me clearly, and look, engage with the session. Ask any questions that may come up and that may be prompted for any of my points, but also press the likes, press the hearts. Let's see those going across the screen. That'd be amazing. We love seeing all of that as well. Okay, so let's start with the first session. Was the keynote presentation from Michael Stelzner of Social Media Examiner. They organised the whole show, and the whole organisation is just amazing. They've got this conference right down to the T, and really know how to look after people, and the delegates, the speakers, the whole thing, the whole setup over the 3 days is amazing. So it's a big well done to Michael and the team, and the Social Media Examiner group, the society as well, because they do loads and loads of work as well. So a big thank you to them. I'll probably mention them at the end a little bit more as well. So Michael kicked off the day on Thursday, Because on the Wednesday we had some other general speakers talking about business and other social media stuff as well. But in terms of social media, pure social media, the conference itself started on Thursday morning with Michael giving us some stats and some information about his apocalypse, Facebook apocalypse, which yes, things have changed so much on Facebook. Things are not going to be easier for us to as businesses, but we just need to adapt and change. So I'm going to read through some of the stuff that, and he went back in time, which I thought worked really, really well. So he went back down to 2009. Okay, so when in 2009 there were only 200 million, users on Facebook. Okay, and we'll come to then to see how many billions of users we've got now. And he also went back and looked at what speakers were talking then. And Mari Smith said at that time, she said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I think that's a great statement. I've heard it being used in other businesses and other organizations, networking events and training and sales trainers, etc. And it's so true. And you know, we talked how things have changed since 2009 and now, and in terms of your organic reach has no doubt significantly decreased. Okay, especially over the last couple of months, if not before that. So the guys run a survey with marketeers all throughout the year, and some of the stats that he came out with was 62. Well, so in terms of what are people going to do to try and get a better reach? Okay. Oh, by the way, look, I put this on specifically, so they just do things so well. This year, you know, you get alumni, because this is my 4th year that I attended, and you can get all different lanyards as well to go on there. I chose Trouble this year. I went for that one. Last year I had iTweet. But yeah, really, really, really professional and great to be scanned and take pictures to meet people. So I thought I'd wear that, and that's my society member as well on them. So so what are people doing for the change to combat the changes? 62% of marketers plan on increasing their Facebook organic activity. Okay. 67% say Facebook will be their #1 channel, okay, for marketing for their business. So what do we need to do to make sure we achieve that? What are the priorities that, and from Michael's point of view, and in terms of what Facebook are saying, okay, so it's about commenting on Facebook, okay, so it's not just about liking and sharing, it's about commenting, it's about reacting to what is being posted out there. Sharing posts into Messenger to start conversations with groups and friends. So I'll talk a little bit more about Messenger as well. And when I talk about comments, and I keep talking and mentioning how important it is to get people to engage and write comments, it's not just a quick yes or a quick no. Your meaningful conversation, so longer comments, is what Facebook is looking for when you are posting and interacting with people. We're going to have to invest a lot more to achieve what we've been achieving now, basically. So it is the pay-to-play scenario is definitely kicked in. You must be doing, obviously, Facebook advertising. If not, then you really are missing a trick, or you should really consider whether it's right to be using Facebook or not. I like some of the stuff. I'm putting out little statements or one-liners that they came out, which I thought was really, really, really good. So one of the things here was small is the new big. Okay, smaller, more relevant, engaged audiences is more valuable than a larger, less engaged one. And we have always said that here at MC Square with any of our clients. We said we can go and buy you loads and loads of people that have liked your page, but you're not going to get the engagement. You're not going to get the people talking and commenting on your posts. So we've always said that, and now is definitely the case now. Especially, you just want to be focused on the right typical clients that you want to, and your existing clients as well, not forgetting them. So that was another good one. One I did like as well was what's wrong with our marketing? A lot of the time, what's wrong with our marketing is ourselves. What we're not doing it right. We're just trying to sell too much. Okay, we're thinking of selling rather than thinking of the clients and thinking of maybe an experience that they want as well. So experiences really came through quite high as well throughout the conference from all the different speakers. People don't want to just buy something, a product or a service. They want the whole thing, the whole experience. So what is the experience that you need to provide for your clients when they're buying or using your services? It's made us think as well. So I'm having to think about from MC Square, what is the experience that people enjoy and when they come to us. So the other good, the key one from Michael was establishing, and again, I thought it was brilliant. Some of the stuff that was being said that I could resonate to was he repeatedly said we need to go back to the know, like, trust, and that is going to be so much more important nowadays. And again, whenever we've done any of our workshops, we've always talked about know, like, and trust. Okay, so it's essential that you think about that, and if you want to know more about that, please let me know. So knowing your audience, okay, they need to get to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you before they even consider trying to either promote you or even buy or use your product or services. So know, like, trust. Go away. KTL, that's how I refer to that in the workshop. KTL? KLT. Sorry, not KTL. KLT, not KFC, KLT. Okay, other things. Live video, 30%. Only 35% of Facebook users are using live video. That's a tiny amount of people, which is unbelievable. And don't forget, that's what Facebook actually want to use and are giving priority over. So if only 35% are using it and people love watching videos, then surely you're missing a trick if you're not using it yourself. So you need to get on there as part of your business and pull together a live video strategy. And again, talk about a little bit more from some of the other sessions. We talked about influencers and influencer marketing, about trying to make sure you are finding the right influencers, or how are you using them? Are you using them correctly? Because I think it's key. Okay, so it's far better to get someone to actually help you promote your business. So talked about influencer marketing. If you haven't heard about chatbots or bots, then I don't know, you are totally missing something that I believe is going to change the playing field for us going forward in 2000. It's already started in 2017, but in 2018 it's going to change. So look out, because we're going to be doing a lot more in terms of bots, and it's going to be a product and service that we're going to be offering here at MC Square to not only our existing clients, but any businesses that want to seriously engage on a more one-to-one basis with their clients, or even prospects or potential clients. It's all about relationship marketing. That's really growing now, and more of a one-to-one relationship as well. So that's where bots are going to come in. We might, if we have time, chat a little bit more. Chat bot. Anyway, my jokes get worse. Tadwa laughed at it in desperation, but anyway, so bots are really key. And well, what are they? They're a way of interacting, but not from a human touch. But it's also about having hybrid a way of using bots as well. So that's important. It's a way to have conversation with people, quick answer questions that you can ask and get results from, and you can actually then start learning a lot more about your potential clients and your existing clients. So bots, big take. To me, that probably was the number one thing that I've taken away: the power and the importance of bots, and how that's going to hopefully transform what we can do with our clients. So that was number one thing for me to take away. Other things again that came up, and we have mentioned this in the past: do not miss out on LinkedIn opportunities. Okay, again, new development, new news for you. Don't know whether you've seen it or not. If you do use LinkedIn, have you noticed that you can now upload a video direct into your status? Now that's brilliant news for LinkedIn, because it gives you another media now, another medium to communicate. Okay, so go and have a look. It's not everyone has that functionality as yet. I've gone in and we've got one as well. So what I will probably be doing is, once I download this video, depending on how long it is, I'll probably upload it onto LinkedIn, because LinkedIn at the moment, and here's one, they haven't actually gone into live streaming, but how long will it be before they do that? So could this be the first step of them just allowing videos to be uploaded to maybe getting into the live streaming mode. Who knows? And again, don't forget Twitter, because the way I would look at LinkedIn and Twitter is this. Facebook is saying, look, we're not going to be showing everything that you're saying. We're really going to prioritize what people see in terms of their friends, their family, etc. So we're not going to show much of your business stuff, unless you're obviously paying through the adverts. But LinkedIn and Twitter and a lot of the other channels are saying, please come to us, put out as much information excuse me, as you want. We love your content and we want to share your content. We want to show to everybody that's following you, that's interested in your business. So don't miss out, don't dismiss LinkedIn and Twitter anymore. Okay, I think it's an opportunity that we need to revisit, and I definitely am going to be revisiting a LinkedIn myself. So a few stats, 4 stats that I'm going to give you now that Michael came out with as well. Only 15% of users are using bots. Okay, so again, huge opportunity for you to get on board there very quick. Only 35% of businesses are using, or marketers are using, live video. Okay, so again, another opportunity. There's another 65% still of us to use it. Only 39% of businesses are using influencers as well to help them promote their products and services. And here's the lowest one, and I talked about this probably 3-4 weeks ago, definitely, was only 1% of the business and the marketeers are actually using or doing episodic video shows. And what I mean by the episodic video shows is videos that you're going to do in regular shows. Okay, on a regular basis, it's just like a TV program. And I'm going to talk to you about, again, having attended last week, we're starting a new show that we're going to talk to you about. We're going to launch it, so hang on till the end, because I'm going to announce what our new show is going to be. So look, those points were just from one keynote, okay, from one session with Michael introducing us. So then went to Brian Fanzo, a great speaker there as well, so I will tag him in here. And again, he went through what we needed to do to overcome the Facebook apocalypse. So, but some of the key things that I came out from Brian's session were these, okay? It's about having more meaningful interactions with your audience, okay? And them having interactions with you, for starters. And I love this message that he gave out. And the people that are going to win on social media, on Facebook, are those people that are talking to people. Sorry, those people that are talking at people, not with people, will fail. So don't just talk to your audience, okay? Engage with them, talk with them, bring them into the conversation. How many times do you hear me saying, "Have you got a question? Please let us know." That's what we're here. We want to have a two-way conversation with your audience. So that's what we mean. So don't just talk and push stuff out there to everybody, okay? Try and have this conversation with your audience as well. So we need to make more social, more enjoyable as well. Have a little bit of fun. You've seen my videos, my lives, where I've got, on different... whether I've dressed up in fancy dress or whatever, or whether I've used different filters, but just have some fun with it. That to me is so important. So that's what he talked about. Relatability is the future of marketing, which is so true. It's about the relationships that you're having with your audience and your prospective customers as well. So you're starting to build that relationship, because what happens is we will buy from people that we can relate to. So people in the past have said, people like to buy people, or people like to do business with people that they like. Yes, that's true, but I think it's more now also about how do you relate to them? How relatable is that supplier that's going to offer you that product or services? So I loved his session. Again, he was talking about experiences as well. And one of my notes here for me was, well, what is the experience for our clients? What else can we offer them besides the social media management, besides the coaching or the training? What else can we give them in terms of the experience? And one of the things that I'm looking at doing is creating, we're going to talk about the shows later, but some sort of a social media hub of people just coming together and just sharing ideas, okay? And there's things that's going through my mind as to how we're going to do that. So watch this space. So yeah. Okay, so that was Brian. Lots more other stuff. I'm just trying to give you little snippets here. Then I went into a session, because remember, the sessions every day from 8:30 until 5:30, and then you have to pick. And out of those 200 speakers, there'll be probably about 10 different tracks to choose from. So you have to make choices. So I then went to look at Facebook advertising and went to Rick Mulready's session on custom audiences for your Facebook ads, which you need to be doing. Okay. And if not, then obviously go, have a chat with us, or look at and find out and go online to find out more about Facebook advertising. But it's about looking at the four areas really in terms of your custom or different audiences that you need to be targeting. Number one, you've got the cold traffic at the top of your sales funnel. Okay, now the cold, that's even harder because people don't know you. Okay, they're not trusting you, they don't like you necessarily. So that's a bit hard, but you need to be looking for some of that. Then you've got the email list, which is your warmer list. Okay, so these clients have bought from you in the past or still do, so they're going to be easier to maybe promote a new product or service as well. So the warmer list is far stronger. Okay, and make sure that you're segmenting your database, segmenting your list, and maybe in terms of different products that they've used, different services, or when in time, when the year that they've bought, what position they are. Hi Harry, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. And Tad was here as well as a few other people earlier on, so I didn't say hello to. So, how are you, Harry? You well? Having a good afternoon? Good. Thank you for joining us. Then you've got your website traffic audience. Okay, so you can target people that have visited your website as well, and that's through making sure that you've got your pixels embedded into your websites, and make sure they're done properly as well. Then you've got your video engagement audiences that you could be targeting. So I could target people that have watched this video for X amount of time. What percentage of time? How many seconds? How many minutes? So I can create that specific audience as well. And then you've got your Facebook page engagement, i.e. you can have an audience of people that are engaging with your business page as well. Okay, so again, they're quite warm because they're obviously interested, because they're commenting maybe, or they're sharing your stuff. So, and the key thing there was the further down that funnel you go, i.e. that Facebook engagement and the video engagement, then the more likely they might be to buy or use your service. So go for the warmer stuff, really, was the message from them. Then we heard from Molly Pittman. She took a panel discussion on, she was at a presentation, on Facebook Messenger as well, which is really key. And why should we be using Messenger for our marketing? Messenger is growing big time. All the messaging platforms actually are picking up quite a bit. Messenger specifically, I believe, and the reason why Messenger marketing, I agree with Molly and quite a few other people, is growing, is because email marketing is getting too busy. We're getting so many emails. We're tired of opting in and having to give our email addresses to people. So Messenger is far easier. Excuse me. Then actually giving names and email addresses, etc. So opting in is easier. You can also do advertising to your Messenger groups as well. So I don't know whether about you, but I've started to see a lot more ads coming through on Messenger now. And in fact, I'm using it a lot more in terms of messaging as well myself. So the importance of Messenger is key. So we're going to probably do some special either videos or sessions on Messenger as well. Live video, again, you heard me talk about earlier on, is key, but I went to a session by Ian Anderson, and Ian, if you watch this maybe later, because I'll tag you, thank you very much for a great session. But again, he gave some amazing stats. Only 50% of marketeers at the moment are planning to use live video, or use live video in 2017. Live videos get more shares than your standard uploaded video by 75% more shares. Okay, so lives are really important, like we're doing now. and you've got to get over the barriers that there are that some people have in terms of going live. But what I liked most was with Ian's session was he gave lots of software advice, which again we're going to be using. We're going to look at different software to actually do the live sessions from next week. But his countdown and what you had to prepare for a live video. So what do you need to be doing 1 week in advance? I hadn't even thought about that far in advance. I've been thinking on the day maybe where we're promoting it, but even then we haven't been as efficient, I suppose. We haven't been efficient in promoting the fact that we are going live, okay, to capture not only my audience of people that, because you have got to stick with going onto your Facebook page, your business page, okay, rather than just doing it on your personal page. I believe if you want to grow your business, your engagement, okay, and let people know about your business, and you should stick to your business page. So things that you need to do a week in advance, on the day that you're going live, right from the beginning in the morning, 90 minutes before, 45 minutes before you're going live, 1 minute before you go live, and just some of those things within there. I loved his, I'll come back to the 1 minute, but you know, 45 minutes, make sure you're switched off every other phones maybe, so you don't get disturbed. Mute devices on all phones, etc., that you may have. Just little silly things. Have you got your notes handy? Have you prepared your notes? Do you know what you, because obviously you should have known what you were going to be talking about in advance. And then 1 minute before, you're meant to do like a vocal exercise, practice your voice as well. So I'm going to save that one for the future because it was a great fun thing that he did. In fact, you might actually see there's a video that I posted, so that you could cheat a little bit there and see a video that I had actually posted during his workshop. We then looked at went to a session with Dennis Yu and Logan Young, which was brilliant, and that was all about video marketing again video marketing, but short little snippet videos, little 1 minute focus videos, and there's a whole grid system of videos that they introduced, and there it was about the store. And I love this session was really made me think as well. It was about the why, the how, and the what. Okay, why is your story. Okay, that's the bit about you're introducing yourself. Okay, the how is you're educating and providing maybe a showcase to an example of what you've achieved for yourself or someone else, for one of your clients, etc. So here's how we do it, sort of thing. And the what is, and the product that you've got to actually solve that problem for that person, because what you're going to be highlighting is that problem that they may have, and showing how you have the solution for them. So this grid of 1 minute videos it was brilliant, and I will be sharing some of these things as we put them into practice ourselves. Then I'm going to share them with you, because I believe try them out myself first, and then once we have successes, then we can share them with you. So that was a really great session. Couple of keynote sessions and panels. So I'm flicking through, just conscious of time. Went to see Mari Smith, of course, and again, Mari was talking more there about advertising, about the changes on Facebook, and how there's between 70 and 100 million business pages like ours, like MC Square, like some of yours, but only 6 million of those pages are advertising. So 6 million, let's even take the lowest of the 70 million pages that there are. So that's less than 10% of people are advertising on Facebook. So to these 1.4 billion of users, okay? So your audience is out there, and your competitors probably not advertising, so that is why you definitely need to be there. A question for you, Harry, if you're watching, or anyone that's watching actually, do you do Facebook advertising? And what successes have you had for it? It'd be great to hear, and just add in your comments. So anyone watching this afterwards, what success have you had? I'd love to know, actually, anyone that watches, how many of you are actually using Facebook adverts for your business. So whoever's watching, whether it's live or recorded, then please put a comment on there and tell us any stories, any success stories that you have. She talked about episodic content, which I talked about. This is a very typical one of Mari. I like that, again, another one-liner. Content is king, but engagement is queen, and she rules the house. That's one from Mari. So engagement is going to be so much more important now. This content is important, but engagement is really key on there. Relationship first and put business second as well. It's all about building relationships with your audience, with your tribe, with your fans online on social media. Went on a session on LinkedIn. Again, that was quite useful in terms of business pages as well, and the journey that you could take your potential, how you use your staff within LinkedIn, how you make sure they're connected to your business page as well. So look out for that, because I'm going to put a bit more detailed points maybe on a blog in the near future as well. The key thing there is getting your staff to link into your business page, making sure that you're sharing your blogs as a post, share them with the team, and then make sure your team are sharing them as well for you as well, so it gets to their contacts and their connections. Messenger bots, another session. I really did focus on that because I knew that was going to be one of the subject areas, and the conversion that people are getting through bots as opposed to maybe using landing pages is when I say significantly, I've got figures here. Okay, the conversion from a landing page and some of the work that some of the guys were showing us was about 2 to 3%. Conversion using the bots, the chat bots, 60%. It's a huge difference. So you really need to be thinking bots if you're going to miss out otherwise. You've got to be quick and get on it before everyone else does as well. So that really is important. Watch this space. We then listen to Brandon Harvey. He talked about influencers, and especially on Instagram. Why you should use that, how to find great influencers as well, and how you build relationships with them. I mean, there are agencies out there as well where you can actually go and find the right influencers for your product, your service, your industry as well. And he talked about he is an influencer and the stories that he had with one of his jobs was working with Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines, I think. Yeah, and his job as an influencer was they would send him out on these flights all across the States, and he would sit in the middle. He would always have a middle seat, the one that we all hate. So there's someone either side of them, and he'd get chatting with them and finding out more about them, and he'd be tell them straight away, that he's not working, but he's being asked by Southwest Airlines to find out more about their clients, and he would ask them, hear their story, get behind the scenes of why they're there, where they're going, why they use Southwestern Airlines. And then if they agree to it and they're happy to say, look, I'm going to write about this, would you be happy for me to mention you in this? And maybe sometimes even get them to write the story themselves as well, and get them to post something about it as well. And this whole program just ran on for a whole year, and it grew, and people wanted their story to be seen because they loved being on Facebook, they loved being seen on Instagram, and their followers seeing it. So that's about how you find someone and get someone to go out there and get the information about you, and that's also a great way of listening and talking to your clients as well. And it's about building long-term relationships. And the final session, that again, guys, I'm really taking some top level stuff here. There's loads more stuff, but was with Pat Flynn, who gave the final keynote session, and he was amazing. And his best session was about how to build super fans that speed your growth. Okay, and how we take maybe someone who's maybe just a casual audience to get them to an engaged audience. Then you're creating a connected community. Super fan, and when you have them as a super fan, they will shout about you, they will rave for you. You don't even have to tell them anything. They're the ones that want to go out and tell all their friends about how amazing your products and services. But that doesn't happen overnight. Okay, that is all about the relationship building, I thought, the engagement, okay, and being influenced, and then there's different ways of how you convert, how you move them through that funnel. Okay, how you getting them to and he worked at actually going to the top. So the super fans were at the top of his pyramid. Okay, and then we inverted that round, and then he looked at about the traffic. Okay, that you get when you've got subscribers to in your email, you got maybe a sales page or a landing page, and then you've got your customers ultimately as well as to who they are. So it was a great session there that I think everybody enjoyed. And he ended his session by saying, "What have you done today, or have you earned a fan today?" So have you earned a fan today? What have you done today to have earned yourself a fan? That's a question. I'm not sure whether I haven't done enough today to engage a fan or not. I'm not sure. So I probably need to work on that even more. Very, very brief, but the key things you're going to get out of there is videos, live videos, okay, and messenger platform and bots. Those were the three things that came out of the sessions that I attended. But the amazing thing about social media marketing world is not just the sessions and the speakers that you go to. The thing I look forward to is going to my other colleagues that I've now been meeting over the last 3-4 years, engaging with them. We had our own workshops as such with a group, thanks to Shelley, who I will tag in this afterwards, for arranging our agency workshop one afternoon. We spent 3 or 4 hours just discussing what we're doing in our own businesses, how we can help each other, sharing our proposals, sharing our prices, just so that we can understand who's doing what and how we can help each other. Some of us said that I had my concern was my proposals that I give out to people were far too long, too wordy, too much information. So the guys are going to have, between us, we're sharing it, and we're going to help each other now achieve something better, hopefully. So that was really good. I really loved that, and I love the sessions out in San Diego, because we all want to help each other. We don't see each other as competition. Funnily enough, I know it's international, but I've got friends now in Australia, in Canada, in New Zealand, in India, that just want to help each other. I forgot to talk about the Midway networking. We're networking party on an aircraft carrier. I don't know how many of you have attended. Hi Mike, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So how many of you have been networking on that aircraft carrier? And I mean, not downstairs, and you've got flight simulators. You can go on deck then, you see all the planes, all the helicopters. You've got all the old servicemen there to tell you the stories. Amazing, brilliant. Every single year they do this. It's a great drinks, food. They have a little networking bingo competition as well. Not bingo as we think, numbers, and not anything like that. So that was great. As I said, it's meeting the people. A few people that I really wanted to mention and highlight were Andrew and Pete, who are they're speakers actually. They're from Newcastle, and based in Newcastle anyway. And I just find them so helpful. Just having sessions. This was after the conference. We just met up in the hotel in the foyer, and we were just generally chatting. And I wanted them to have a look at something that I'd created. Had a look at it, and now I've set myself a target of trying to achieve something, and they're going to make me accountable for achieving it by the end of the month. And I will do it, Andrew and Pete, because I said I will. But they gave me some advice as to what I could be doing, etc., to achieve that. So thanks to you guys as well. And my friends on #NotOnTwitter, they're a group of friends that we've now known each other for 2 or 3 years, where we have a bit of a laugh as well when we're out there. There's no saying we don't. We, in the evenings, we'll have nice meals and maybe have 1 or 2 little drinks, possibly, and maybe a little late night every so often. I only had 1 hangover, so it wasn't too bad. And other good friends, Keith, Mel, and Carolee, who again met up with again, known them now for 2 or 3 years, again from England and Australia. Love spending time with you guys, really good. And we all the messages that you see afterwards when you come back for the conference, everyone's missing each other already. A day or 2 days gone by, because you've got your community, and all of a sudden we're all spread out again. But we all plan, and we do. A lot of us do just continue our relationships online. So the final thing that I want to talk about was how we're going to be changing these live shows. Okay, so the lives at the moment have been about news information, which we will give you, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you any changes that are happening in social media world. I want us to be the ones that are going to share that information to you. So you might start seeing a lot more lives, but they're going to be shorter live videos, okay? So not like 40 minutes that we've been talking now. There'll be little snippets, maybe 5-10 minutes. As the news breaks, we're going to want to be the ones that are going to be sharing that with you. So that's number 1 show. Number 2, we really want to focus and help and work with restaurants and the hospitality industry, restaurants and bars. So we're going to have a restaurant and bar show, or hospitality show. We don't know what we're going to call it yet. But what we would like and would really appreciate your help with this, to help us achieve this, is we want to be talking to restaurant owners and bar owners and pubs, to interview them and talk to them live on here. So they will bring them in live. We're going to be introducing some software where we can get other people to join the session. And we want to hear their successes in business, their tips and advice. What makes them so good? They may have some speciality meals or menus, etc. Amazing members of staff. We want you to come online with us and share that knowledge and share. And please, and we're not telling you to give your secrets away, but it's an opportunity to promote your business. So if you know a restaurant or your favourite restaurant, you know the owner maybe, please let them know, because once we let you know exactly when we're going to do this, because we'd love to be interviewing them and talking to them, and if we can add value, which is the most important thing for me, that would be amazing. So if I can help them in any way and suggestions what they could do to improve their marketing or their social media marketing, then that's what we're here for, and we'll do that. It's not as if we're not going to charge them. We're just going to give them some ideas as to how they could improve things. So 2 shows that we're going to be going forward with, as I said. One's going to be the more live shows in terms of news, and secondly more about restaurants and bars in the hospitality industry. So we'll be posting things about that, so please look out for that. And one final thank you or big up is for Stephen Chenery of the Steam Wine Bar, one of our clients, who this week invited myself, and I took a couple of another clients and a friend of mine to an evening with Matt Le Tissier and Paul Merson, both ex-footballers. One plays for Southampton and one plays for Arsenal, and Matt played for England as well. I'm not sure whether Paul Merson did or not, actually. So it was a great evening dinner down in London in Steam Wine Bar. Some great stories that the guys came out with when they were playing football. So, but thank you, Steve, for inviting me and letting me bring some friends and a client there as well. Hope that's been useful. Some good tips there, hopefully, or some things for you to be aware of, okay? But watch this space, as we will be sharing more ideas as to how you can put those things or what you need to do to stay ahead of the game with bots and live video, okay? So, and if you ever have any questions, so people that are watching this on recorded, please ask the question. I will come back and I will answer those, okay? We'll find the answers if we don't know. We really want to help you make sure that you're maximizing the opportunities that are available to us on social media across your given channel. So I hope that was useful. We'd love your feedback. Let us know. Feedback by just pressing the likes, and also just write comments on there to us. That'd be amazing to hear what you thought of the show. Thank you very much. I'm Michael Kashgiri from MC Square. Have an amazing weekend, and we will see you next week at some point or another. Thank you very much. Bye.